My in-laws barged into the house thinking we weren't home but I was. Okay, so tell me if I'm crazy for being upset please and what you guys would do in this situation. My husband's entire family is in town, parents and multiple siblings. We currently live at his grandparents' house while they are living out of state for a year. We just got married this year and we found out we are pregnant 2 days ago, so there are prenatals on my nightstand and pregnancy tests lying around the bedroom/bathroom. We are currently nannying for another family and most days are at their house all day. We just spent all day with his family and the kids we are watching, and I had my husband drop me off at home afterwards because I wasn't feeling well and needed to rest. I'm laying in bed naked when all of a sudden I hear the garage door open and a bunch of voices in the house. His mom and all the siblings running around. We literally just moved in here recently, so that's why they know the garage code. BC, they knew it from the grandparents and we didn't change it. I then hear I want to see their bedroom. And the door starts jiggling, but thank goodness I locked it when I came in because I'm always a little scared of being home alone. I texted my husband immediately and he was just down the street, so he came back and told his mom firmly that she needed to ask before she came to the house, and then they left. I am beyond livid, not only because of the lack of respect, but because they would have found out we were pregnant way before we were ready. We already told his mom before that we didn't want anyone over here and she purposely came when she thought we weren't home. Who freaking does that? I'm so glad I was home. But I have no idea how to move forward. I haven't seen them myself, I just pretended to be asleep the whole time because I was so mad, and we can't exactly say hey we are pissed because you completely almost ruined the pregnancy surprise because we aren't planning to tell them for a while. This is just one of many times she completely ignored our boundaries and does whatever she wants. I love her truly, but this is just unacceptable. How should my husband and I handle this, or am I just a crazy pregnant lady and have no right to be upset? I agree, change the garage code to something different, then change it back to what it is now when the grandparents come home. Good luck. Change the codes. Let DH deal with his family. What was their reason for being there? And what did your husband say to her? Did he tell her that you called him? Even if she grew up in that house, you're living in it now and you have your own privacy. Boundaries broken, now she needs to see the consequences. You need to nip this in the bud before she finds out about the baby. You and hubby need to first change the codes. Second, Mill needs consequences because boundaries without consequences are just suggestions. Personally, Mill would be the last to find out about the baby, and when she gets upset I tell her you couldn't trust her. Until she earns that trust back by respecting the word no, then she will continue to be held at arm's length. How can you love someone who doesn't respect you or the boundaries you set? Someone who constantly oversteps needs to be put back in their place. Stronger boundaries need to be implanted. Very narcissistic behavior on their end, who just shows up like that, and especially because they thought you were not home. I would absolutely limit contact with them and set a firm boundary that they are not allowed to visit unless they call first and get permission. Honestly, I would be so pissed, like who TF does that? If they still overstep boundaries, those are grounds for no contact.